Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the final Friday Frenzy of the season. It's going to be the frenziest frenzy of all frenzies. It's a special one, though, as district titles will be handed out tonight in high school football. Some of these teams are well acquainted, and some haven't seen each other in a while, but we begin tonight's action with our Game of the Week, presented by Ojibwa Casinos in Berga and Marquette. Negaunee and Calumet went head-to-head for the Division 6 district title, and this one was an instant classic. Let's get straight to the action. This game was scoreless for the first three quarters, but the Copper Kings picked up steam in the fourth. Russ Bjorn on 3rd and 13 gains 15 yards, and Calumet is deep in minor territory. Then on 4th and goal at the 1-yard line, David Capio pounds it in for the touchdown as Calumet scores with just over 2 minutes left in the game. And the Copper Kings, they go for two. Bjorn drops back, he'll loft one up, and Brock Aho intercepts it. Nice play there. So Calumet is up 6-0, and the Miners needed some big plays, and they would get some. Aho play action, rolls to his left, looking, fires the ball to Eric Hurst, and he makes a few guys miss before he is tackled in Copper Kings territory for a first down. Few penalties set the Negaunee up with 3rd and 29 at midfield. Aho throws one up for grabs, and again it's Hurst making a huge catch that put the Miners at the 5-yard line. A couple penalties forced Negaunee into a 4th down at the 10-yard line. Then with the game on the line, Aho rolls to his right, and he will throw to the other side of the end zone, and it is no good. For the second year in a row, Calumet shocks Negaunee on the road as they win the D6 district title, 6-0 the final score.
No, they just said to keep going. Game's never going to be over, and you just got to keep on pushing through the whole thing. And tables are going to turn, and we're going to score a touchdown, and got to get a big stop on defense.
It was fun. There's no better football than that. There's two teams going head-to-head, and you know that's all what we trained for all year, all summer. So you had to play big playoff football, and it's just a fun battle to always compete in.
We'll have more post-game reaction on the 2-minute drill with Calumet head coach John Crows. The Copper Kings will now move on to face Glen Lake as they beat Roscommon tonight, 36-12. That game will be in Calumet with a date and time to be determined early next week. Let's go to Division 7 now. Iron Mountain battling TC St. Francis. Danny Passanelt launches a 35-yard pass to Gabe Callery. He runs it in for the first score of the game. Iron Mountain responds. Aaron Bolo, 28 yards to Carson Wonders for a much-needed first down. Later, Bolo goes to make a screen pass, but it is intercepted by Ryan Lintz. 5-yard gain for the home team as they take over. It would be a rough one for the Mountaineers as they fall to the Gladiators, 54-6. A couple games that are going to be going on tomorrow. Down below the bridge, Escanaba will be taking on Alma. That game has a 1 p.m. kickoff. And in Menominee, the Maroons will look to knock off Grayling at home. Kickoff for that game is set for 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Division 8 now, St. Ignace hosting Newberry early in the second quarter. Mitchell Peterson sees a seat in the end zone with his name on it. Touchdown Saints as they take a 7-0 lead. 3 minutes left in the half. Why not give the ball to Peterson again? He runs for a big gain here until he is knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Ball now on the 2-yard line. Steven Cecilia hands the ball off to, guess who? Peterson. 18-0 Saints. Down 20 points with 30 seconds left in the quarter. Indians get a big play from Jeff Rahilly, who will tip the ball to Mac Engelhart for an interception. In the end, though, St. Ignace runs past Newberry 26-6. The Saints will move on to face the winner of tomorrow's game out in the Copper Country as Lake Linden Hubble hosts Norway. That game will start at 1 p.m. in Lake Linden. 8-man football, a battle of powerhouses as North Central hosted Forest Park. First quarter, Jason Whitens with the fake. He is flushed out of the pocket, and when the pressure is on, this guy just seems to flourish as he outruns the entire defense into the end zone. Touchdown Jets, and Whitens is fired up already. Few minutes later, Whitens with the ball inside the 5, and what did you think was going to happen? Touchdown Jets as they take a 14-0 lead. But don't count out the Trojans so long as they have this guy, Daniel Nasserini, punches it in, one of his 5 touchdowns as he makes it a 14-6 game. But North Central, they had other plans tonight. Bobby Kleiman with the handoff, and he could go all the way. The scoreboard operator was busy tonight as North Central gets the win over Forest Park, 60-50 the final score. The Jets will face the winner of this game, Engadine versus Pickford. Few minutes into the game, Panthers strike first. Johan Bailey to Derek Eddington, 44 yards for the touchdown. Eagles' first play is a counter to Scout Bigger, runs down the sideline for the 45-yard gain. Lane Warner gets the TD-saving tackle, but the Eagles fumble a few plays later on the goal line, and then a minute left in the first quarter. Bigger does score on the 14-yard scamper. Point after fails, 8-6 Panthers lead. Midway in the second, Wyatt Boyk scores on the 3-yard run. Panthers up 16-8. Eagles quickly respond a couple minutes later. 25 yards out, Bigger goes in for the score, but Pickford tarnishes Engadine's unbeaten season, 30-28. A pair of district championship volleyball games were also held tonight down in Menominee. In Class B, it was Houghton over the Maroons, 3-0 the final there, and Forest Park knocks off Wakefield Marinisco, 3-0 the final score. That's the Trojans' 17th straight district title. We have reached halftime on this edition of Friday Night Frenzy. Still to come, the 2-minute drill as we hear from Calumet head coach John Crows as he talks about tonight's game against Negaunee. We'll be right back with more on Friday Night Frenzy. Welcome back to Friday Night Frenzy. All right, let's get right into the 2-minute drill presented by UP Health System Rehab Services and UP Rehab Services. They get you back in the game. Our guest tonight is Calumet head coach John Crows, and I spoke to him after tonight's thrilling win over Negaunee.
All right, Coach. Man, I guess you're
not much to be said after a game like that,
initial-
guys. I'm just proud of the team. What a great battle, and it's really becoming quite a game between the Calumet Copper Kings and Negaunee Miners. Every game is like this. We feel fortunate to come away with that win because that was one heck of a team over there. But wow, what a great job by the Copper Kings tonight.
At halftime, I mean, no team giving an inch to the other. What was the message to the kids at halftime?
Keep plugging away, quit hurting ourselves. We had too many 1st and 19s. We can't sustain a drive against Negaunee when you're 1st and 19. So we did a little bit better in the second half, but man, what a field position change there in the third quarter to get us our touchdown.
In a defensive struggle like this, what do you say to the guys on offense? Just keep them out. There's going to be a big.
Well, you tell the guys on offense not to hurt us, but I don't know. We hurt ourselves a little bit on offense. Going back to the 1-yard line there was a disaster. Could have been disastrous, but it wasn't. It just shows the character. We faced adversity and just dealt with it really well, and that's what happens when you got 21 seniors that you're counting on.
How do you hope the team builds off of this win going into the regionals?
Oh, are we going to celebrate right now for a couple of days, and we'll worry about building off it on Monday. We're just going to enjoy this one.
Special thanks to Coach Crows for being on the program with us, and congratulations to the Copper Kings. Hockey tonight, both local teams were in non-conference road action. It was Michigan Tech falling in overtime to Michigan State, 3-2 in overtime. Mason Blacklock and Jake Lucchini scored for the Huskies. In Northern Michigan, they snap a 3-game winless streak as they beat Wisconsin 5-2. Dominic Shine scored twice for NMU, who also got goals from Zach Diamond, Tony, Philip Starzinski, and Gerard Hansen. Also, GLIAC volleyball action, and it was a good night to be in the UP. Michigan Tech sweeps Northwood at home, 3-0 the final. Macaulay Peterson and Aubrey Feisick led the way with 10 kills each, and Northern Michigan rolls past Hillsdale 3-0 as well. Madison Whitehead paced the Wildcats with 14 kills on the night. And in the GLIAC women's soccer tournament, Michigan Tech punched their ticket to the championship game as they beat Walsh 1-0. Jacqueline Milkey's goal in the 73rd minute sealed the deal for the Huskies. MTU will face top-seeded Grand Valley State on Sunday at 1 p.m. And don't forget, also on Sunday, NFL action. Lions taking on Minnesota. Kickoff for that game is at 1 o'clock, and the Packers will be at Lambeau hosting the Colts. 4:25 kickoff for that game on Sunday. All right, that's it, our final Frenzy of the season. Special thanks to all our sponsors for their support. Thank you to all the Photogs this season. And a big thanks to the guys in the control room who make me sound and look a lot better than I do. We'll be back December 9th for high school basketball. Until then, best of luck to all the football teams as they continue their quest to Ford Field. Here's a look at the top plays from tonight's action. Jimmy Kimmel is next here on ABC 10. From all of us here at the station, have a great night and a great weekend.